Is your job in Oklahoma stressful? While many jobs can be taxing, the state workers' compensation guidelines are often limited when it comes to coverage for mental health issues like depression or post-traumatic stress disorder, commonly known as PTSD. But changes to this policy may be on the horizon for some industries. In this video, we will discuss the steps you need to take in filing a claim for post-traumatic stress disorder under the Oklahoma workers' compensation laws. Before we discuss how you may qualify, I first want to define what is post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD is a serious and potentially debilitating mental health condition that can develop in people who have experienced or witnessed traumatic events. These can include anything from natural disasters, serious accidents, to violent personal assaults like rape or other life-threatening situations. Historically, post-traumatic stress disorder has been misunderstood, which is reflected in the lack of comprehensive worker compensation coverage in states like Oklahoma. Since its recognition as a clinical diagnosis in 1980, PTSD has been known by various names, including shell shock, war neurosis, and combat fatigue. Today, we have a much deeper understanding of how PTSD affects people across various professions, not just those involved in combat. First responders, such as firefighters, police officers, and emergency medical service workers, are particularly at risk. Unlike a combat veteran who may return to civilian life after deployment, these professionals face routine exposure to trauma throughout their careers. Research shows that a staggering 20% of first responders develop PTSD at some point, a percentage comparable to combat veterans. So how does PTSD relate to workers' compensation? A growing number of states are recognizing the impact of PTSD and enacting laws to include coverage through workers' compensation. Oklahoma's current laws, which are found under Title 85 Oklahoma Statutes, Section 13, state that mental injuries are not covered unless they result from a physical injury or are due to crimes of violence in the course of employment. However, beginning on January 1st, 2025, Oklahoma will have a law that goes into effect finding that first responders, which include firefighters, EMS personnel, if they experience PTSD, those type of claims will be covered under Oklahoma workers' comp laws. In Connecticut, a legal precedent was set in 2016 allowing workers to receive compensation for PTSD caused by being overworked. Colorado expanded workers' compensation to cover PTSD in any worker in 2018. Similarly, California passed a bill in 2019 providing coverage for firefighters and law enforcement personnel suffering from occupational PTSD. Currently, about 28 states offer some form of workers' compensation for PTSD when it is proven to be directly related to a physical trauma at work. How can I claim work-related PTSD through workers' compensation? If you're in Oklahoma, under current laws, the burden of proof is on you, the employee, to show that your PTSD is a result of compensable physical injury, unless it is linked to a violent crime during your employment. Do you believe your mental health has been impacted by workplace injury? The Armstrong Law Firm can help you navigate this complex process. Our experienced workers' compensation attorneys have the resources to prove your case and secure the benefits you deserve.